development of Aerospace University, Abuja. The truth of the matter, we always say we don't have money for lots of things. I don't see why we need an aerospace university. Abuja University is there badly funded. It could have an aerospace and aviation department there. There's a university built already in Abaji, not populated, not being used. It's there. Nothing is happening to it. What a private university is trying to build a school of aviation in Buari. So as a nation, we need to start learning how to consolidate our resources and work together in a cohesive manner, not working in silos. And that I really wonder why we need that, and maybe you are able to clarify it for me, because I don't understand why we need an aerospace university.
Established by the past government. And so we just started it off because by the time we came in, the first intake was just going on, the first intake of the university. But it's just a specialized university for aviation and aerospace courses themselves. Since it's our primary mandate as aviation ministry, I thought that the rationale for the past government to have founded that university, it's about the first of that type in Africa too, is to ensure that they pay special attention to the development of aviation and aerospace courses, and not for us as a ministry to be subsumed in another general university and trying to appeal to them to develop courses in that respect. So I think it's just a matter of perspective as to whether we can be in complete control as an aviation ministry to develop the courses we think will develop the aviation ecosystem in Nigeria. But as a corollary to that, the other question is about the NCAT campuses. The same. Let me say first of all that Zaria has been a star for all of us. We've been very, very proud of Zaria. Zaria has been there since 1964, serving the entire country. And most of our pilots and the captains you see today pass through Zaria. So it's actually a pride for us. And it has received a lot of commendations from ICAO, a lot of certificates from all over the world. Right now we are having problem of space in Zaria. To give you an update, sir, I'm sure you graciously approved it last year or the year before for us to buy an additional hotel in Zaria because we could not accommodate the students again in the main campus because of the burgeoning population of the school. So we had to now buy the Zaria Hotel. The Zaria Hotel is now an annex, even within Zaria, of that training college. And we expect the populations to even grow beyond that. So the question we ask ourselves is that, are we going to continue to buy houses in Zaria, within Zaria, to accommodate more population who are willing to come to the school? And if we are doing that, why not give other parts of this country the opportunity to also have access to those campuses too? Why continue to expand and buy private houses and hotels within one town in a country of 240 million people who want access to that? The same thing happened in the law school, sir. The law school, it was about the same time that Zaria was established in Kaduna, that the law school was established in Lagos. It was about 1960, 64, thereabout, that same period. But the law school has still grown beyond Lagos. The law school has campuses all over the country now for people to have easy access to law school. So it is one country, sir. The other people who they have campuses now, they have been, named. Boeing has one. I think Yola has one, and on like that. They are extremely grateful to the federal government. They are happy that they now have easy access to training too, training facilities too. Yeah. So we cannot continue to expand only within Zaria. Other parts of this country should also have access to training facilities too. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Honorable Minister, I want to tell you that we have not started anything. And when you're talking of aviation today, Aviation is always the gateway to any prosperous economy. And with what we are doing, we're just making some kind of makeshifts to our airports. We've been talking about second runway since when we came into the 9th Senate. That issue has been there. Honorable Minister, you know about it. Nothing is done. When you go elsewhere and see their airports, you know that they are standard airports. Even if they are small, you will see that at least they look international. In your own opinion, will you now believe or tell Nigerians that the airports that we have are befitting for an economy that we looked at becoming one of the 20 best economies in the world in the next few years? How can we, do without constructing new airports in this country? In my opinion, you should start thinking of constructing new airports in these 3 cities. And this can be turned to domestic airports. Our Abuja airport is not better than looking like a market in a rural area in countries like China. You know what I'm talking about. Thank you.
Conversation I was praying she would come up. There are two-pronged issues there. The second runway and of course the general state of our airport. Well, when I appeared before this committee last year about the same time, I made a passionate appeal for provision for the construction of the second runway, sir. So you are not far from the truth, sir, that it is not right that a nation's capital should have only one runway. You are absolutely correct, sir. Lagos, we have 2 runways in Lagos, and even those runways, they need total rehabilitation. The MD fund has been tremendous, has been very, very hardworking in trying to even maintain those 2 we have. One is right and one is, left. But they need total resurfacing because these runways have been there for a long time. So it's by the grace of God we are still using them. But they are still good, they are serviceable, but we need to improve them. But for Abuja, sir, this is one of the larger issues in Nigeria of not executing such projects on time. If you remember, sir, during Obasanjo's time, it was a very thorny issue with the National Assembly at that time. I think that time, if I remember correctly, 45 billion was allocated during Obasanjo's time under one particular budget, and there was a lot of back and forth rancor that it was, too much and all that and all that. And that project was stalled under Obasanjo. So on and on, 7th, 8th, 9th of them, nothing happened. Graciously, I think the 9th Assembly, there was a small provision and there was an actual release. The total sum, just to make it open, at that time was 90 billion. Yes, 90, in the 9th Assembly, 90 billion, and I think there was 70 billion actual, and 20 billion for contingency or whatever. 30 billion was actually released by the previous government. We didn't release that money for them to go to site. When we came, they could not go to site because of problems of villagers and all that. And we settled that problem. I was the one, together with the Minister of FCT, that worked very hard the first 2 months. We settled, we removed them from site, and they moved to site, sir. Lo and behold, as I speak with you now, the contractors have left the site. They have done excavation work and some preliminary work. They said the 30 billion is gone. And the variation I have received, sir, unfortunately.
Did you pay compensation with the 30 billion or what?
Part of it. There was money inherent in the 30 billion to pay the Abuja settlers. So, but it was the contractors and part of the money that they paid. We made them pay from part of their contract sum because there was community engagement or so, I think, in the contract by the previous government. So it was their duty to pay it, and they paid. They made the money available to FCT, so they didn't pay directly. They made the money available to FCT, who is in charge, and FCT disbursed to each and every family on the land. for them to leave. But just to complete the story, sir. Now, okay, sir. And you are up to speed on what's going on. They left the site, they've abandoned the site now, we are not going on, and the variation that the contractors are bringing is a variation I totally disagree with. As a responsible minister, I said, I will not go ahead with this type of variation. I will not go ahead with this kind of variation. The president himself does not like it. He sees this as an avenue for fraud. Mr. President does not like variations. He says so all the time on council. And I'm saying, the variation from 90 billion, they are proposing 532 billion. I will not accept it. The option I have is to cancel the contract. I'm sorry, sir. I didn't want to say, but the option I have now is that we have to invite fresh bids, because they cannot hold us to ransom. No contractor like that. It's a responsible contract. This is the committee oversighting us. They will chop my neck off if I come back and tell the committee that I approved how much. No, I will not. 532, from 90 billion to 532 billion within a space of 2 years to do the second runway, I will not accept it. So that is the state of the situation. We have 2 proposals on the table which I will take to Mr. President, and I'll consult my chairman on it for us to have even special funding, the PPPs. There are 2 other Chinese companies who say they can fund it with their own money, and for us to pay them back, because we need the Southern Recon to be up and running, and I want it to be completed during the lifetime of this administration. It will be a credit to this committee that we completed it. So we are considering various options. Unfortunately, I have to say it here, even before having a meeting with the contractors, but the option, sir, is that this country cannot go on with such unreasonable variations. For a set, how much do they build fresh airports for you to now do a variation of how much? 532. It would be unreasonable for us to accept that, sir. So that's the situation of it, sir. Yes. For the 2025 budget, sir, respectfully, sir, we have a proposal, sir, of capital of 69 billion, 220 million, and 36,000. I'll repeat, 69 billion, 220 million, 36,000, and 250 naira. That's for capital, sir. For personnel, sir, we have a figure of 1 billion personnel, 1 billion 157 million 589,143 naira. And for overhead, sir, we have a proposal of 745 million 742,676 naira, sir. And the total comes up to 71 billion 123 million 368,069 naira, sir. That's what we have, sir, for the 2025, sir. The details are contained in the documents already submitted, sir.
This budget, we need those documents verified from the ministry.
Yes, sir.
If we don't have the breakdown and the status of those 2024 budgets of the period going on that we come from there, there are 2 ways we can really appreciate.
Yes, sir.
What we are asking for in 2025.
Yes, sir.
So I will approach my colleagues and this level that we should suspend the calculation of 2025 budget until we receive the submission on that status project we have. 90% of the project they are talking about 2025 are all ongoing.
Yeah, the project is even ready. We didn't know we prepared it. We'll make copies. We'll make copies available.
Boko in Benue State. The one in Boko is for 500 million. The one in Anka is for 50 million. The difference is too much. We need you need to reconcile that when you're coming back with your documents.
It's a bigger one.
Then we also need to know when you're coming back, Honorable Minister, we need to know your total staff strength and your nominal role.
Okay, sir, we'll provide it. In the main ministry and the agencies?
The main ministry and agencies.
Okay, we'll do that, sir. We'll do that, sir.
Then, stated, you have so many ongoing projects. You understand? Yes. So is it not more expedient to concentrate efforts and funds in completing those projects rather than embarking on some of these seemingly politically inspired projects? You know what I'm talking about?
Sir.
You don't have a lot of reply now.
I know, sir. I just wanted to give one STP of village, sir. Would you like it?
When next we embark on that trip?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then we can talk about that.
Yes, sir.
I think we are very proud of the ministry moving the aviation industry to a step forward. So we must commend you for doing that. Now back to I was also watching anxiously in the 24 budget and the 25 submissions. You know there are very old airports. We are talking of building new airports. You are forgetting about the old airports.
Yes, sir.
The Just Airport is a graded airport.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And we're talking about cargo, we're talking about industry, agricultural produce. We're talking about solid mineral. I didn't see anything in 2024. And in 2025 proposal, I have not seen anything. Minister, don't forget I was the driver also. I was the DJ of the campaign.
Yes. Political.
Please, if you are putting something for runways, let me have something for my runway.
Exactly.
I'm not asking for too much. Let's extend our runway so that we can start running our international
Yes, sir.
in a different way.
Yes, sir.
Sending your agricultural produce to different countries.
See your hands.
So I wanted to put that on record so that you don't squeeze me. You say I have expired immunity. Thank you, Chairman.
Generally, we don't praise because we assume and know that what you are supposed to do is what you are doing. When you are doing well, you are doing it for yourself. But like you rightly said, and I said earlier on, that we are proud to be a member of this aviation committee because together with you, we are moving the aviation industry to where it ought to be. We are not allowing people to be lazy. 5 days ago, we were coming back to Nigeria, myself and aviation chairman. As soon as you arrived, he went straight to the machine to go and use the machine. And I went to the other side. He asked me, I said, supposing my passport, somebody goes somehow and then the thing blank, they say carry light. He was laughing, I said, just leave me, let me go to where I used to. But I was happy because that's the system, that's what we are seeing abroad. So if it's coming here now, Nigeria, which with time, with effort, be able to improve on it more. These are some of the innovation that you guys brought. And lastly, there's 2 complaints Nigerians are complaining, and we even have the permission of the city to invite you and the airline operators.
Yes, sir.
I can summarize it, and we can do it here or talk to them for when Nigerians pay to travel to, say, from Abuja to Enugu or Port Harcourt, 9 o'clock flight. They will be there until 9 o'clock in the night. One incident happened between me, Senator Abamoro, all of them that day at the airport, they were teasing. We were 5 senators. We arrived at the airport at 9 o'clock. Our aircraft was leaving from Lagos to Kano. I don't want to mention the name of the airline. By the time we arrived at the airport, the national test, we were already at the airport that the aircraft they are sorry, we will not be going at 11. So 9 before to 11, it's okay. Before 11 arrived, another text came in that the aircraft will be leaving around 2. No problem, we'll wait. By the time we realized it, we didn't say anybody at the counter again. So Makulina started abusing me, Chairman Aviation. Chairman Aviation, to cut the long story short, we left the airport that day, 1 o'clock midnight. I said it on the floor. It was a personal experience for. Now imagine the agony of Nigeria. That's one aspect. 2 weeks ago, students were going back to school. At the airport in Abuja, the flight was supposed to carry them for 8 o'clock. Those small children, who are our own children, did not leave the airport until there was nobody to even give them even ordinary biscuit and Coca-Cola. That's not fair. And lastly, when you buy your ticket and you say you are changing maybe to the following day, you pay. When they cancel, then you want to rebook your ticket, you pay. It's not done anywhere. That's called cheating and stealing. These are some of the policies you have to cross-check. The last time I spoke to you about it, you said, and I agree with you, that most Nigerians are the ones that don't follow the rule. They don't know their right. I agree with you. But let them know their right by you making effort to tell Nigerians that when an airline cancel its flight, in this case, if not weather, and it's taking more than 24 hours, they should feed you at the airport. Little thing for people, so that people will start collapsing at the airport. They should give us the person that their respect, their honor. This is our country. It's not about making money for them alone. We need to change the side. We need to change the dynamic. We need to take Nigeria where we ought to be. Thank you very much, Honorable Minister, and we appreciate your prompt and try and keep it up.
Yes,
and let's take aviation industry to where we plan for it to be. And in the next 1 week, we'll be waiting for this data. We'll be able to compare those on the 2025 budget. Then we'll now submit to the appropriation committee. Yes, thank you very much. And
thank you, sir.